Hello and welcome. We are live from the Alpha Ice Complex right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight we got a really great matchup for you, the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Stony Brook Seawolves. My name is Angie Mora.
And I'm Jacob Gorin. These are two teams that are division rivals. They've been in the same division for quite some time, but have not faced off yet this year. Last two games they played were November 18th and 17th, 2023. So it's been almost a year. Pitt won both those games, 4-1 on the 17th and 5-3 on the 18th. So definitely a bitter taste in Stony Brook's mouth. They're going to look for revenge tonight.
Just taking a look at some key players on each of the teams. Looking at the Stony Brook team, we have Justin Nakawaka, which is their highest score with 15 points, 7 goals, and only 10 games played, which is really impressive.
And in net, they have a brick wall. Scott Barnacow, 7 games played. He's got a 920 save percentage. He's only allowed 21 goals total in those 7 games. It's going to be a tough task to get the puck past him if you're the Pitt Panthers, but they got some talented players to do so.
Now, taking a look at our own Pitt Panthers, one of our high school scorers is Maverick Rupi, 16 points, 14 games played, and just really impressive stats all around.
Another player that we're going to take a look at here pre-game is Captain J.C. Bell. He's got skill, he's got speed, he's got grit, everything you're looking for in a good leader. On top of the 8 goals, 12 points in 14 games. He has been fantastic throughout his high school career, his college ACHA career. He's looking to close things out strong in his senior season.
Now I think we're going to pass it over to our sideline reporter, Grayson. Grayson?
Hi guys, I'm Grayson Diavella and I will be your sideline reporter tonight as I'm at the Alpha Ice Complex where, like you said, the Stony Brook Seawolves will take on the Pittsburgh Panthers led by J.C. Bell. In the pregame warm-ups, if you take a peek, the Pittsburgh Panthers actually had a very patriotic uniform on. It's because they have a new but very patriotic tradition of honoring veterans on Veterans Day, which is obviously 3 days away. And on Veterans Day, a lot of the ex-military men hang out with the players and just overall have a great time. And for the game, expect Santino Moltere and Drake Tomac to hold the back end for the Pittsburgh Panthers as they try to hold down an electric Stony Brook offense. Back to you guys.
Jacob, I have a question for you. What do you think are some of the key takeaways that the Pittsburgh Panthers need to really focus on while going into this game against Stony Brook?
I mean, Stony Brook is, like I said, they have a brick wall in net, a lockdown defense as well. So they're going to focus on pushing the puck forward, moving it in deep, and really just keeping the puck in the offensive zone as much as possible because they got dangerous score, obviously, in Justin Nakagawa. If you let him get the puck on his stick in the offensive zone, he's going to do damage.
And just like you said, speed is key in the game of hockey, especially with a team like Stony Brook, who is a higher scoring team. Your defense needs to have that speed to keep up.
Absolutely. I mean, speed has been a big part of developing defenders in recent memory. You look at some top players, the top defenders in the NHL, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Quinn's younger brother Luke on the New Jersey Devils. They're all quick, good hands, able to move the puck up ice. That's really how the defensemen are developed in today's day and age, and I think that's what you're going to see a lot of on both sides of the ice.
I have to agree. Now, I want to take a look at some of the newbies on the Pittsburgh Panther team because, as you said, a lot of our seniors have graduated, and, that was some top talent we had in the past couple of years. Taking a look at our new guys, someone like Nicholas Hardick, who is smaller, but, like I said, speed is what makes him a key asset to this team.
Yeah, he's a shifty guy, able to move around the ice. Only 1 assist thus far in 8 games, but definitely someone as his career improves and progresses, he's going to get more ice time. That's going to lead to more points. Definitely someone to keep an eye on tonight and moving forward.
Especially as he gets older and grows with his Pittsburgh team.
Absolutely. One last player, another player I want to take a look at on this Pitt offense is Eddie Pazzo. He has got a wicked wrister. Great snapshot, really good in tight. Look for him to be a threat on offense.
I can't wait. It's going to be a really fun, exciting game. Let's take a look at our goalkeeper for tonight's game. What do you think about him?
Well, we already talked about, of course, Barnacow for Stony Brook, but for the Panthers, starting goaltender Grant Lindsay is not going to be in net tonight. I'm going to assume they're going to be saving him for tomorrow night. Of course, we got back-to-back for the Pitt Panthers against Stony Brook. Tonight, we got Joe Ambrofi in net for Pitt. Played in 5 games this year, 2 on the record, 1-1. 870 save percentage is not the best, but good enough to be their backup netminder. He has the potential to steal some games for you. Let's see if he can do that and shut down this Stony Brook offense.
I'm hoping those snazzy uniforms will bring us some good luck tonight.
Last year, when they played NYU in those uniforms, they won 6-1 and 12-2. So they brought some luck last year. Hopefully, the same can be true this year.
I'm really excited to watch the Panthers tonight. One thing that we have to keep in mind is we have to keep the penalty levels down. I think that is something that kills teams constantly, whether in college, high school, NHL. It's really important to keep the penalties down.
Absolutely. I mean, especially if you're a team like the Pittsburgh Panthers who really prioritizes offense, pushing the puck up ice. When you get hemmed in your own end for a while, like you do on the penalty kill, you're bound to. It's not good for not just the current moment, but momentum moving forward.
Momentum. Hockey is a game of momentum, and I see it all the time.
Yeah. Momentum is something that guys who are super analytical are. I like to consider myself an analytical guy, but momentum is a key part of any sport, especially hockey, where the puck is. It's a constantly moving game, back and forward. It's not like football or baseball where it's really a series of individual events. Hockey is a game where the flow of the game is everything, and momentum is a key part of that.
This is going to be a great matchup tonight. I think we got 2 really great teams. It's going to be a really tough game. I'm looking forward to it. How about you?
I am as well. Yeah, this is going to be a tight game. 2 good teams. Excited.
All right, I think we're going to break to commercial, so we'll be back soon.
The backyard brawl is officially back and in the books.
Stefanski just shoots and he scores. They're the winningest team in Pittsburgh history.
Ball sent in, Sullivan, Pittsburgh, 1-0.
Great strike, Michael Sullivan.
Pittsburgh has a share of the ACC title in 2022.
The record set by Tony Dorsett has been broken by Israel Abanikanda here.
The Pitt Panthers are going into the next round for the first time in program history.
From the Alpha Ice Complex for today's matchup with the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Stony Brook Seawolves. We're going to pass it over to Grayson for some more information on today's game. Grayson?
If I describe this game in one phrase, it's really a tale of 2 cities. Stony Brook has a great offense, but Pitt has an even better defense, led by goalie Ambrofi. He has an 87% save percentage, and he will be getting the start tonight. Expect him to have a lot of saves, a lot of highlight plays, as he always does, as he tries to limit the Stony Brook offense down to just maybe average, because if that's the case, Pitt will get the win. Back to you guys.
And welcome back. Thanks, Grayson.
Yeah, it's going to be a game of inches. And obviously, every hockey game is, but this is going to be a tight one, especially with the two netminders that we have.
I don't expect this game to be a blowout whatsoever
Yeah,
on either side.
It's been a difficult year in some aspects for the Panthers. They've had to adjust, losing key players, Aldrich Rerag being the most notable one. But we've talked about some of their skilled players they have on this team. So this is not a bad hockey team.
And, when we're about this far into the season, we have seen improvement from earlier games in the season. And I think that's important to show for that this team is capable of playing at that next level.
Absolutely. I mean, they've started out slow, but now 9-6, 0-1-0, 9 wins and 7 losses, essentially. That's not a bad record whatsoever, especially you compare that to Stony Brook, 4-4-1-1. It's essentially 4-6. I think Stony Brook is better than what their record shows, especially with the guy they have in net. I think this is a very winnable game for the Pittsburgh Panthers.
I have to agree with you. And, obviously we've seen that records don't show everything. And although the Pittsburgh Panthers might have started off slow in the beginning of the season, I honestly think it's better that they start off slow than, going into playoffs. I think having that win momentum going into the playoff season approaching is just better for the team's mindset than, slumping off at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that with we see that in sports all the time. This past year, the New York Mets were the hottest team in baseball in the second half of the season, and they went to the playoffs and made a run all the way to the National League Championship Series. So even though this is a Pitt team that is not as talented as they were last season, where they made a deep run in the ACHA playoffs, momentum and is everything in hockey, as I mentioned earlier. So if they can go on a run to end the season, I think a deep run in the playoffs is possible.
All right, well, we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds till game time, and I'm excited. How about you?
I'm excited as well. My first game of the season on air.
Mine as well.
So it's, I think the players are getting ready to hop out on the ice. Just got to wait for the officials to put the nets back in place.
All right, I think we're going to go to commercial, so we'll be right back.
The unique perspectives and backgrounds that we bring to the university are what make it special. Each of us is unique and different, and we have to affirm those differences. We have to support those differences and invest in our community so that they feel like this is a place that they're valued and, more importantly, a place that they can thrive. And so no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we want you to feel like you're a part of the University of Pittsburgh. We are a community of learners that makes a difference, that grows knowledge, and more importantly, changes the world.
We are the University of Pittsburgh, forged in a blue-collar city with gold standards, where innovators, researchers, thinkers, and healers are always reaching for new heights. There is no limit to what we can accomplish when we put our minds, our hands, our soul, and spirit toward it. Here, progress is always in progress. Hail to Pitt, proud partner of the ACC.
We're still at the Alpha Ice Complex, and less than a minute left till puck drop, and we're really excited.
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned, these are two teams that are scrapping for wins,
especially at this point in the season.
Yeah, officials are coming out into the ice. They're going to put the nets in place, and we're finally going to get to see some hockey in about 30 seconds.
Just taking a look around all Pitt sports, it's been really well all around. I mean, you got the football team who's ranked number 18 in the country. They're off to play.
Well, they're ranked 23 in the AP poll, but 18 in the college
18
football rankings.
18 in the college, yes.
Yeah.
That's a better number, 18.
Yeah.
But exciting game tomorrow against West Virginia. I mean, not West Virginia, Virginia. University of Virginia. We already beat the West Virginia. What am I saying? But yeah, super excited. It's a good time for Pitt sports.
Men's soccer team is crushing it. Volleyball is number 1 in the country.
All right, I think we're
and Pitt Ice Hockey, Club Ice Hockey, last year, of course, was fantastic. This year, trying to rebuild from losing a ton of great players, looking to take the win tonight.
and I think we're just about to get started here, right outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Until the game's about to start, I think all we can really say is go Panthers.
Absolutely. It looks like the starting lineups are lining up on the blue lines for the national anthem.
Whose brought to light and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets bursting in air, proves no night that our flag was still there, or was taken as our
Hi, welcome back. That was a beautiful national anthem. Our uniforms really matched for tonight's game. What do you think?
Yeah, the red, white, and blue is shining here in Pittsburgh.
Ryan, I think we're just about to get started here. Super excited for puck drop. It's gonna be a great game.
We do have, as I'm not sure if the audience could hear when they were announcing starting lines pregame. It is Garrett Simpson in goal for Stony Brook. Battle of backup netminders in this one.
Interesting take.
Simpson, 896 save percentage, does have a shutout in 3 games thus far.
It's going to be a tough game either way. I think Stony Brook has just a lineup of defense, blocking their net tonight, and I think Pitt is going to need to have fast reflexes and fast skates if they want to score tonight, take the win. All right, here's puck drop. All right, game's off. Stony Brook takes first possession. And first stoppage of play, stopped by pick goalie number 1. A shot wide from Stony Brook. Stony Brook has gained possession. Back, pass back. Pitt has gained possession of the puck and they're moving up the ice.
Our first penalty of the game. Are we going to see
Less than a minute in.
Or no, excuse me. I think the net came off its moorings. Yeah, net came off its moorings. So that was the stoppage in play. Offensive draw for Pitt.
I think these faceoffs are really important to win when it comes going against Stony Brook. If you got to win these faceoffs if you want puck possession.
Absolutely.
Nice save by Stony Brook goalie.
Good shot from the point there. Brady Rotolo, the alternate captain of this Pitt squad. Not the biggest offensive threat, but lockdown defender.
Stony Brook takes possession, but shoots the puck down the ice. It's gonna count as icing, I believe.
Yeah, it's icing.
All right, the puck's gonna be faced off back in the Stony Brook zone. I just can't say how important these face-ups are going to be because when you have a fast team like Stony Brook, the only way you are going to beat them to the net is if you beat them to the puck.
Yeah, face-offs are obviously a big part of hockey, but there's always the debate if you have the FOGO, the face-off get-off type player or not. Ooh, that one
Wide shot, just missed.
Was an unlucky bounce, just
very lucky bounce. Very fortunate
wide.
for our Panthers. And there's going to be a stoppage in play for the net to move.
Yeah, right there. I mean, you see a bad break for Pitt, and the puck just trickled wide of the near post.
Very fortunate for our Pittsburgh Panthers. Face-off's going to take place in Pittsburgh's zone, so you know, let's see what happens. I think it's really important in this game to have clean passing.
Oh,
that is a goal for the Stony Brook Seawolves. Quick shot.
That was a bad turnover in his own end. Trying to go back to his D partner by John Lukic, but
just like that, Pitt's down 1-0.
Yeah, Lukic turned it over right in front of the goal, and that was a nasty backhand shot.
Turnovers are just something you cannot let happen if you want a chance to win this game. We don't like to see that sloppy play.
Absolutely. Turnovers like that will lose you games.
You want clean and controlled. You want to be clean and controlled over the puck. That's what's essentially going to win you some games.
Almost another bad turnover there. Puck's bouncing everywhere tonight.
Puck for the first 3 minutes of the game, the puck has mainly been in the Pittsburgh zone, but yeah, finally we got into the Stony Brook zone. Ooh. block shot by Stony Brook goalie. And the puck's out of play, so we will take a face-off in the Stony Brook zone. So let's take a look at just what just happened there. A quick shot for Stony Brook, and all of a sudden they're up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the turnovers, and that's something Pitt has got to cut out of their game. I think that's an especially bad turnover that you're not going to see very often. But
nice block shot from the Stony Brook goalie.
But it's still something that I'm sure Coach Stu Rolnick is going to talk to his players about during the intermission, and I'm sure Lukic got a stern talking to on the bench after that unfortunate play.
Pitt's had a couple of great shots on goal, but even already, like we said before, Stony Brook has a wall of defense guarding their net. It's going to be tough for Pitt to score some goals tonight. Nice
Being physical
check.
like that will help.
I mean, checks are part of hockey. They're always fun to watch. All right, Stony Brook. The puck is going up into the Pitt's zone. Shot behind the net.
If you are Sawyer Smith there, you got to help out your D partner.
Icing call. And
that's a tough break for Pitt. I mean, a lot of little mistakes. If you're Daniel Kroll, I mean, Kroll is an experienced forward. He knows you got to get over that red line before you shoot the puck in. Little things like that are going to be what loses Pitt this game.
I have to agree. And now we're in another face-off in Pitt's own zone. A missed opportunity there to get the puck out of Pittsburgh zone.
Cool. That was a good shot. Nice shoulder save by Ambrofi.
Missed pass. Those are some other things that you can't be doing in this game. You got to have clean passes.
It's a tough break for the Panthers. That was a tight icing call, but they're
Very
always
close.
going to call it to the player with the inside leverage.
One thing that the Panthers really haven't been able to do yet is get set up in their own offensive zone. I think that is something that's going to be really important. They haven't really had an opportunity to do that yet.
Yeah, I want to see them get the cycle going, move the puck, and get the defenders for Stony Brook moving. And once you do that, lanes will open up. They'll get their opportunity to score on not the number one netminder for Stony Brook, but you got to move the puck well to make that happen.
Stony Brook's speed beat them to the puck there.
Passing has not been crisp.
No, it is not. That's such a key skill in the game of hockey.
Puck batted down with the high stick. That's the stoppage there.
Nice turnover for the Panthers.
Good communication there on that defensive opportunity.
Another
by,
missed pass.
By Pitt.
Another missed pass, another missed opportunity.
Past 2 minutes, little things, but I've liked what I've seen from the Panthers communication-wise. They're doing a real nice job at letting each other know where they're going to be, who to cover. Little things that I've said it before and I'll say it again. That's what will win you the game, and that's what's going to lead to goals and preventing more goals.
I like the effort I'm seeing on the ice as well. I think they're definitely keeping up speed-wise with Stony Brook so far, and within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Absolutely.
That was some nice defense right there, and the puck's out of play, so there's a stoppage of game. It's a quick deflection by Pittsburgh Panther goalie.
They need to settle things down right here. Crisp passes, that's not one. Crisp passes and execute a clean breakout.
Shot wide right there by Stony Brook. But if you notice the play before that, that was another bad pass by the Pittsburgh Panthers that led to that turnover. That could have been another breakaway for the Stony Brook Seawolves.
Absolutely.
You don't want to give up too many of those sloppy plays because eventually the other team's going to take advantage of them.
You got to have crisper passes. Pitt's just not on their games thus far tonight. We are early. Of course, only a few minutes into this one, but got to have crisp passes, tape to tape. You ever seen Mighty Ducks?
What a nice block by Pittsburgh goalie number 1.
Act like the puck is an egg. Soft, crisp passes.
Pittsburgh again does not win the faceoff.
Oh, nice pass.
I want to say there was a lot of traffic in there but done by the Pittsburgh Panthers, and beautiful job defensively blocking that puck from getting to the net.
I think we're going to see an offensive zone penalty call here on Stony Brook, so Pitt's going to get a chance on the power play.
This is the time where you have to take advantage of the power play. The power plays are so important. You have the extra man advantage, and I think this is a really great opportunity for the Panthers.
They just haven't been on their game tonight. Got to snatch momentum here. A bad power play will do the opposite. It'll give everything that you worked for right back to Stony Brook.
I think with the opportunity to now set up a play, I think Pittsburgh has a great chance at having some good shots on goal.
And heading to the box is Cooper Smith, by the way.
saw in a couple of those passes there, they weren't very clean. I mean, you got a 2-minute advantage here. I want to see Pittsburgh make something of it.
This is some crisp passing. That's what I like to see. Like I've said, get the defense moving.
Goal! Pittsburgh Panthers are on the board.
As I was saying, get the defense moving. Get things shifted around. Opportunities will come. And it was a yawning cage for Colby Bilski. That's his 7th goal of the year in his 13th game. The transfer forward
What a shot!
puts
That
the Panthers on the board.
He shot that right off the rebound. That Pittsburgh took advantage of the penalty. I think that was a really great job by them. Nice way to come back.
And we mentioned a good power play can give you momentum. A bad one, snatch it right away.
And there's the icing call. So there's going to be a stoppage of play.
Offensive zone draw here for Pitt. That's a key moment in this game for Pitt to even this one up on the power play.
Nice, solid block from Stony Brook's goalie. And a nice check from number 21 on the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Good defended breakout there from Andreas Forens. Forens got some hands.
And a stop by the Stony Brook goalie. Within the last couple of minutes here, Pitt's defense has really stepped up.
They've been physical. They've been everything that you've wanted to see. It's just you got to be crisp with your play.
You got to be
That's
aggressive.
and on target.
And Stony Brook shoots another goal. That was number 76. William Cormack.
William Cormania or Cormanic.
Cormanic scores his 10th goal this season. Nope.
He's been
his 5th goal this season. My bad.
Yeah, he's been a consistent offensive threat when he's played this year for Stony Brook and pots home the rebounds.
They answered quickly.
And as I was saying, you gotta be crisp. You gotta be precise with your play. Stony Brook is a team that they'll capitalize on their opportunities. Leading 2-1, they don't have an advantage in shots though. And that goal right there, that was a shot from the perimeter. That's a bad rebound and poor defending in front led to the goal.
Oh, what a nice grab by Pitt. Sorry, it's 2-on-1. He's driving. And he falls, and the puck goes behind the net. Stony Brook regains possession, but it is stolen by Pitt, number 3. That is some good defense right there that we just saw.
Couple nice plays on offense by the Panthers. Unfortunately, could
And
not
icing.
capitalize.
Quick icing call. We're going to face off in the Stony Brook zone. All right, Pitt wins the face-off. Puck goes around the net. Pittsburgh Panther fell.
That's a dangerous play going hard into the boards.
Especially going head first. Good blocking by Pittsburgh's defense as soon as Stony Brook gets a hold of that puck. All right, Pitt regains possession of the puck, and they're driving up the ice. Missed hit by Pittsburgh Panther. Pittsburgh's back in their own zone, but quickly turning it back over to the Stony Brook zone. Shot high and away.
Stony Brook's bench screaming for too many men there as the puck was thrown to the Pitt bench while they were changing. Refs aren't going to give them the call. Nobody on Pitt touched the puck while it was in the vicinity.
Nice direct block from number on the Stony Brook's goalie.
I don't know about that icing call. I mean, the
That
puck was
seemed
puck's kind of crossed the red line, and I think Stony Brook reached the puck before it crossed the red line. That's a tough break for Pitt. Can't let it get to you though. Win this draw, move the puck up ice.
not every call is going to go your way, and
No,
you just got to adapt and adjust and play the game the way it's meant to be played.
Absolutely.
For example, Pitt needs to win the face-off immediately. But Stony Brook wins the face-off.
Pitt's got to regroup here.
Pass right through the legs of the Pittsburgh Panther.
Nice pass break up there by Pitt, but the stick fell out of the hands of Ty Sorowski.
Stony Brook takes the shot and scores. It is now Stony Brook is now up 3-1 above the Pittsburgh Panthers.
They're skating laps around Pitt tonight.
You know
this is Pitt's playing sloppy. They're playing out of orbit, I guess is one way to put it. Stony Brook is taking advantage of all the opportunities that Pitt's just gifting them.
And to give Stony Brook credit, that was a very nice shot. It hit the upper left corner of the net, and those shots are just sometimes impossible to block.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not placing blame on netminder Joe Brophy whatsoever, but You can't let him have that shot right in front of the net.
No, you
It's-
gotta
it's-
get the rebounds off the net.
Poor
Okay,
puck
so-
movement, poor
Oh, sorry.
turnovers.
So honestly,
You wouldn't
I
expect
did say in the
anything
beginning
else
that
than
if they
3-1
hold down
score.
the Stony Brook offense, that they can make it a game. Don't want to be harsh. They have not done that at all. Although Kolberbilski scored a goal for Pitt, it was not enough to hold Stony Brook back as they fired right back with a rebound. And honestly, to keep it short, it's been sloppy passing and bad getting back on defense. Back to you guys.
As we're saying that the sloppy plays just need to stop. Turnovers need to stop. We just need a clean passing, clean skating, clean play. That's honestly what is going to win you this game.
Another bad turnover earlier, just now almost led to another goal.
And as I stated before, the Panthers are now down 3-1. Not an impossible comeback, but it's definitely going to take some effort to get back in there to pull this one home.
Yeah, especially because Pitt just feels out of sync right now.
And the puck stopped by Pittsburgh's goalie.
They're like those Bluetooth earbuds, you just can't quite get to connect as a team.
Get the face off here. That is the most important thing right now. Get control of the puck and bring it down to the opposite zone.
One step at a time.
Pitt brings the puck down the other zone. What a nice save by the Stony Brook goalie. That guy was coming at him with speed. And the net did shift a little bit at the end of that play. And just readjusting quickly.
If you're obviously they're not going to call that, but I do wonder if the puck went into the net inside the pads of the goaltender for Stony Brook, Garrett Simpson.
And that is interesting point you make. All right, Stony Brook regains possession. They're back in the Pitt zone. What a miss. The Pitt quickly blocks, but the puck is now in the Stony Brook zone. With a check from the Pittsburgh Panther, doesn't matter. Stony Brook still gains possession, and they're driving back up towards the Pittsburgh Panther zone after they switch.
We got a delayed penalty coming up here on the Panthers. See what the call is. I think it's going to be holding, but we shall see. Puck's touched up. It's going to be a slash,
Slashing.
actually, on
17.
Drake Tomac, the freshman for the Panthers. Heading to the box. Stony Brook has a chance to extend their lead before this period wraps up.
Just a little over 2 minutes left in the period, and the Panthers are down 3-1. Let's see what the Panthers can do with the last 2 minutes in the first period. With Stony Brook's aggression tonight, I would not be surprised if they take advantage of this penalty.
They're just everything that Pitt has not been. Crisp puck movement, efficient, just really efficient play. They look connected. Pitt does not.
Stony Brook's going to bring the puck up the ice. Pitt drives the puck out of their own zone. Very good job by the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Stony Brook calling for a change in We'll get one. 50 seconds to go here on this penalty kill. Pick and kill this off, and
1 minute left in the period.
to pick and kill this off and head into the second. Still only down 3-1. I think they still got a shot.
What a nice grab by Pittsburgh goalie. We have about 47 seconds left in the period and 37 seconds left on the Pittsburgh penalty. These are some of the most crucial seconds at the end of the first period. Pittsburgh gets possession and shoots the ice at the end of the puck where icing will be waived. Again, the puck is back in the Stony Brook zone. Great job by the Panthers. Just keep pushing that puck back. Don't let them get the opportunity to set up. Don't give them that chance.
Delayed offsides, and now Pitt's going to get a
Good
chance.
job. It's a one-on-one goal for the Pittsburgh Panthers. What an amazing goal at the end of the first period. 5 seconds left. Short-handed goal. Wait. No, I don't think
it was even strength. That was J.C. Bell at the end of that penalty kill.
Our own Panther captain.
A delayed offsides led to some confusion from the Seawolves, and Bell with his speed and his skill off to the races, and he ripped one far side over the glove.
What a great
Simpson.
answer from the Pittsburgh Panthers. Quick 5 seconds left at the end of the first period. That'll wrap up our first period. What a great ending from especially from our captain. And then we're gonna go hit the commercial now, and we'll see you back in a little bit.
Amanda, do not take me. I'm getting a new battery.
The backyard brawl is officially back and in the books.
Stefanski just shoots and he scores. They're the winningest team in Pittsburgh history.
Ball sent in. Sullivan, Pittsburgh, 1-0.
Great strike, Michael Sullivan.
Pittsburgh has a share of the ACC title in 2022.
The record set by Tony Dorsett has been broken by Israel Abanikanda here.
The Pitt Panthers are going into the next round for the first time in program history.
Love it. Great answer. Now, let's jump into this weekend. Upcoming opponent, Stony Brook. So ever since we called your last game, you said it's been a little up and down from here and there. What do you guys need to do this week to capitalize a big win over Stony Brook?
Right. We've had success over them in the past, but from my knowledge, they're basically a brand new program, so we have to treat this as if we've never seen this team before. To be fair, they've never seen our team before. We lost a lot of guys coming in this year, and we have a new identity built and a new identity that we have to stick to, and we need to play our game if we want to be successful against these guys this weekend.
Nice. And who are some key players to look out for this weekend? Who can we see take a big leap against a new program like this? They haven't seen you guys. You really haven't seen them. Right. So it's almost not really a mismatch, but I guess you could say it could be like a car wreck of two new teams. So
Right. Yeah. No, I see what you mean. Number 3, Maverick Krupe has been one of our best forwards. He leads us in scoring right now. He's a dynamic guy who can, create plays by himself. And I think our other line mate, number 12, Colby Bilski, both of those guys have just been unreal since the three of us got put together. And I think we have to step up and make a huge impact this weekend. And I think there's a lot of other guys that could be mentioned as well, but we really need guys like our assistant captain, 28, Ian Keller. I expect a big weekend from him. And I think his physicality is going to be a huge part of this weekend. So 3, 12, 28, those would be my 3 guys to watch this weekend.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Krupe a little bit more. He leads the team right now with 16 points on the season. He's only a freshman. What does it mean to have a kid like that just come into the program and make an impact?
Right. Yeah, so he has experience before he came here. He played juniors up until last year, so he's got like a good bit of experience under his belt. And he was a captain at the program that he was at before coming here, so he's one of those guys that has the ability to change a game, maybe not only on the ice, but off the ice. Yeah, I think he's just a dynamic guy. Really hard to play against because of his speed and, his passing ability. I think he's a threat to whoever we're playing. And when teams see our roster and our points, he's definitely a guy that they try to plan against. I think we relied heavily on our goaltending this year so far, and, we can't say anything bad about them. They've both been great. So I think he's going to come out and, give it 110% for us. So he should make it easy for us to try and come out of here with a win. So we got to make it easy for him. I'd say first off, we have to stick to our game plan, and that is, speed, speed, speed. We're a young, fast team, and we have to play by that identity and using our speed. Like, we need to get physical with these guys. No one likes getting into the corners and doing the dirty work, but it's got to get done. So I'd say speed, physicality, and just execution, putting pucks in the back of the net. That's probably been our biggest flaw this year, is not being able to, put some numbers up on the scoreboard. So, I think execution's got to be up there with just about everything else we need to do.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Alpha Ice Complex as Stony Brook leads the Pittsburgh Panthers 3-2 after the first intermission. And to keep it short for the Pittsburgh Panthers, it was looking bad for a second. They had a penalized, they were down 3-1, and no pun intended, Pitt was saved by the bell, as their captain J.C. Bell scored with 30 seconds left to make it a 1-goal game. Outside of some sloppy passing and maybe some loose ends that need to be trimmed, Pitt has played an amazing first quarter against this Stony Brook team and looks to capitalize on their momentum heading into the second period. Back to you, Angie and Jacob.
Welcome back. We're in between first and second period, and we're really excited. What an exciting first period for the Pittsburgh Panthers. It's Stony Brook is up 3-2, but the Panthers had that late goal by captain J.C. Bell at the end of that period, and I think that was an amazing shot, amazing goal on the shorthanded goal.
Yeah, I think it was actually just after the power play had expired for Stony Brook, but still a wicked shot from Bell. He is by far one of the better players on this team for Pitt, and he showed that in that first period, in a period where they didn't have their best game. They were playing sloppy, they were playing disconnected, but at the end of the day, they're only down by a goal. They are not out of this game whatsoever. That late goal by Bell at the end of the period, after some miscommunication on Stony Brook's side, maybe could breathe some life back into this Pitt team. And I think if you're Coach Stu in the intermission, you are talking to your team and you're saying, hey, we didn't have our best game in that first period. We were down a goal, but we are only down a goal. This could be so much worse than it is right now. Keep your heads up. Look for each other on the ice. Crisp passes. Get open. Move the puck forward. Because really, it's just been tough goings all around for Pitt. And if they can clean things up, I think they are going to win this game.
I think it's already a high-scoring game. 3-2 at the end of the first is quite the period for both teams. What should we expect going into the second period from both teams?
I think you're going to see a Pitt team that comes out with a much cleaner game than we saw in the first period. If they come up with anything similar to what we saw in the first period, they don't have a shot to win it. If it's at all better, this is going to be a tight game to the finish. But for Stony Brook, I think keep playing their game. They played a really nice game in that first period, connecting on passes, capitalizing on every opportunity that Pitt gave them. And so if you're Stony Brook, keep playing your game. You don't have to change anything. That was a bad break to end the first period. You're still up by a goal. But if you're Pitt, I think you're thinking we have a chance to sneak out a victory here.
I can't help but agree. A little under 7 minutes here before we're going to get the second period started. Now, let's just break down what we saw in the first period. What are some strengths that we saw from the Pittsburgh Panther team, going out of this first period? What should they continue and bring to the second period?
Well, I think that the strengths we saw is that they have a lot of individual skill. They have lots of players with a ton of talent. Things just weren't clicking. You got to allow your players to build up that chemistry and push the puck forward, move it in the offensive zone, open up the passing lanes. Chances will come if you do the little things. That's what Pitt has got to do in this second period. Like I said, they're not out of this game. But we got to go to commercial break. Second period coming up next. Stay with us.
And we'll be right back while we head to commercial for 1 second. See you in a second.
The unique perspectives and backgrounds that we bring to the university are what make it special. Each of us is unique and different, and we have to affirm those differences. We have to support those differences and invest in our community so that they feel like this is a place that they're valued and, more importantly, a place that they can thrive. And so no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we want you to feel like you're a part of the University of Pittsburgh. We are a community of learners that makes a difference, that grows knowledge, and more importantly, changes the world.
We are the University of Pittsburgh, forged in a blue-collar city with gold standards, where innovators, researchers, thinkers, and healers are always reaching for new heights. There is no limit to what we can accomplish when we put our minds, our hands, our soul, and spirit toward it. Here, progress is always in progress. Hail to Pitt, proud partner of the ACC.
Dad played hockey growing up. He coached at a very high level for a long time. So I got into the game pretty young, skating for quite longer than I can even remember. I just didn't start playing ice hockey until I was about 7 or 8. And, my dad, who had coached for a high level for a long time, he coached me growing up. And I think that gave me a nice advantage when it came to developing skills early. I played AAA hockey for my junior and senior year of high school. And then I played junior hockey for a year, so I took a gap year before coming to Pitt. And that was an amazing opportunity and something I would, never change. And then after, all that, I got in contact with our coach here, head coach Stu Rolnick. He helped me get to where I am today. So I think it's been a long time coming. Growing up, I saw my dad went to Pitt, and he played and coached here as well. So I think it's almost like a full circle thing for me to have him as a coach growing up to, playing where he was coaching during his career. So yeah, like I said, it's been pretty full circle. It's pretty awesome.
Saturday is your 100th game ever.
Yeah.
For Pitt. That's amazing. Congrats to you on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Just want to ask you about that. How does it feel knowing 100 games is around the corner? That's a huge milestone. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a privilege to be able to have played so many games here under a pretty great program and a great place. I wouldn't have been able to do it without the coaching staff, the guys around me, the guys who I came in with and graduated with, and then definitely like my family, mom, dad, sister. They play a big role, and they got me to where I am, and they got me able to play 100 games here, which is pretty cool. Something pretty cool to do. I think coming in, at a young age, and you see guys that are like about to graduate, and you see how they're putting themselves together, not only as players, but as men, as college graduates, and you see what they're building themselves up to, and you kind of see yourself progress through your first years here to, where I am today. And I think that you have the guys who graduated before you to thank for helping mold who I am and, help me to grow as a person, not only as a person, but as a student, as an individual. And, I think that they pass that job along to us, to help the guys that come in now and the guys that, we get to see grow and change and become better men and, more well-rounded people. I think being a captain is more than just, saying the right things when things need to be said. I think a lot of it goes with like the younger guys looking up, and you want to set a good example, not only on the ice, but off the ice. I think, sometimes your play can mean more than words or just how you carry yourself. You have to watch how you react, especially on the ice. You don't want to, be the first one to start something when it shouldn't, or, you want to be able to respond to situations responsibly. And I think being a good role model for young guys is by far the most important part of, getting the recognition and having a letter. But like I said, it goes without saying that we have way more leaders on this team than just the guys who are wearing something on their chest. I think it is a leadership group of 30 guys. And
we are back, and the puck's about to drop for the second period. Really excited to see what the Panthers come out with this second period.
Absolutely. It is a tough first for them, but they're only down by one.
They really picked it up there at the end, especially with that goal from our captain, J.C. Bell.
That goal from Bell could be huge for the prospect of winning this game for Pittsburgh. If you're Stony Brook, though, like I was saying during the intermission, keep up your game. You're playing well. Keep with the crisp passes, pushing the puck forward. You're going to win this game.
Some deliberation before the start of the second period here.
We're getting set to drop the puck for period number 2.
Second period has officially begun. Stony Brook wins first possession. Puck staying in center ice so far.
Pitt's got to be a little more patient here. Stony Brook doing a nice job clogging the neutral zone. If Pitt can move the puck like this, oh gosh, they could have a chance.
We got a Pittsburgh Panther in the net.
Yeah, I think that's Bell after he diced his way into the offensive zone. He went flying into the back of the net. I believe it'll be a neutral zone face-off.
Stony Brook once again wins the faceoff. A quick shot from Pitt. but a great block by Stony Brook's goalie, Scott Barnacow.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity for Ian Keller, but I think that puck surprised him a little bit. He couldn't quite get his best shot off.
Pitt wins the faceoff quite easy with Andreas Fernand getting that pass off quick. Stony Brook quickly gains possession and they're driving up the ice. Shot wide.
I've liked Pitt's game a little bit better thus far in this second period. It hasn't quite been, they haven't quite gotten any great opportunities from their play, but it's been a lot cleaner, a lot crisper.
And the puck's out of play.
Getting sticks in the lanes, like right there.
We're going to take a face-off, and I believe is Pitt's, Pitt zone we're going to take a face-off in.
Puck went in the net there, but
After the whistle blown.
Yeah, net came off its moorings. I think they blew the play dead prior to it entering the net.
Very fortunate for the Panthers. You don't want to go down. You don't want to be down 2 goals.
That was a nice play behind the net by Legret. Set up a good opportunity in front. Like the patience there by Pitt. Settle it down. Let the play develop before you break out.
Puck's back in Stony Brook zone. Stony Brook's driving up the ice with the puck. Pitt quickly intercepts that pass. And we got an icing call. Play will resume back in the Pittsburgh zone.
I think if you're Pitt and Coach Stu Rolnick, you're liking this period a lot better than the first. Even if you don't have any results yet. Keep playing their game and results will come.
Pittsburgh gains puck and they're not in the neutral zone going into the Stony Brook zone, but is the defensive Stony Brook that quickly switches that up and they're back in the Pitt zone, but Pitt quickly reverses the speed And the puck is going back. Nice pass going back into the Stony Brook zone. Shot high.
Wicked shot there. Like the cycle here from the Panthers.
Shot high by Alex Beluso, number 41. Great shot on goal, though. Great opportunity. Just a tad high. A great block by Pittsburgh's goalie, Joan Brophy, number 1.
Nice centering attempt there by Molter.
Wide back shot. Pittsburgh. This is a really fast-paced second period. We're already in 6 minutes.
Lots of back and forth action. Chances on both sides. Good defensive plays to prevent some chances. This is good hockey as that puck almost took a really unfortunate bounce. And Brophy was able to get back into the net.
I fear that there might be a penalty called.
That's going to be a trip, an unfortunate call for the Panthers.
Minor setback.
I believe it's Sawyer Smith heading to the box, and his leg just got tangled up with that of Cooper Smith. So Sawyer Smith on Smith crime right there in this game.
2-minute minor for tripping. We're going to face off in the Pittsburgh zone. Pitt wins the face-off. Stony Brook quickly blocks the attempt to send the puck down ice.
That's a bad turnover. You don't want to try that backhand flip out of the zone from your own goal line.
When you're on a power play. I mean, when the power play's on you.
When you're on the kill.
A nice interception from Pitt. Luke Henderson had that interception. What a great defensive play by him.
You like to see the breakups there. Pitt doing a nice job holding the trapezoid.
Stoppage in play because the puck went out of play.
Not letting any chances in the slot come through. If Stony Brook was going to get a shot there, it was going to have to come from the perimeter. It was going to have to be a easier play for Brophy.
We got Devin Nas facing off at the center ice. I'm sorry, Daniel Kroll, number 21. Great aggression from the Pittsburgh defense right there. The puck stays in the Stony Brook zone as Stony Brook changes and resets.
Good job by Pitt there, holding the line, not letting Stony Brook enter the offensive zone on the PK. And a nice play there by Molter.
Got a quick shot and a quick block from Joan Brophy, Pittsburgh goalie. And the puck slowly tries to go towards the Stony Brook goal, but quickly deflected. That puck deflected off the skate of the Pittsburgh Panther. JC Bell, to be in fact, missed pass. The puck hit off his skate. Really unfortunate. But Pitt still gains possession of the puck as I am speaking in this moment.
Real nice maneuvering from Maverick Kruppe. The leading scorer for the Panthers, and some entanglement on the far wall. This has been the best line thus far tonight for the Panthers, and
JC. And a goal from the Pittsburgh Panthers.
I was saying it's been their best line tonight. And Maverick Kruppe comes through.
Pitt's top goal scorer. One of Pitt's top goal scorers gets the game tied at 3. What a great comeback from the Panthers in the beginning of the second period.
Good puck movement, and I've said earlier, puck movement, lanes will open up. That was a nice shot initially from Casella off the pipe, and Kruppe was there to pot the rebound.
A stop by Joe Brophy, number 1. Pittsburgh goalie stopped to play.
We got a new game right here, 3-3.
Puck's going to stay in the Pittsburgh zone. Stony Brook stays control. Maverick Kruppe now has 7 goals this season, and this is his 15th game played. But Stony Brook takes the lead back. It's now 4-3 with Stony Brook on top with a quick response.
That was a beautiful move. Cut to the backhand and a rip by Paul DeSaro. Number 91 for Stony Brook, and they're right back on top. You know, Stony Brook that was a good response shift for them after letting up the goal.
Pitt's getting set up. Puck stays in the Stony Brook zone as Pitt has control of the puck. Little traffic, but Stony Brook took over the puck. Pitt takes over the puck in the neutral zone and is switching the direction, going back into the Stony Brook zone. Pitt hits it right to the Stony Brook forward. All right, the puck is finally out of Pitt's own zone, and we have someone driving in a shot, and it is wide.
That was a good chance there for Bell to even the score. But puck just missing that. Might have been deflected. Ooh, pass just missing to the near side. Too many men call here. Let's see who it's on. I think both teams are changing as the puck entered. It's going to be a too many men call on Stony Brook. So Pitt, who's 1 for 1 on the power play this evening, is going to get a chance to respond once again and even the game.
It's getting a little vocal in the Stony Brook dugout over here. I don't think they were too happy about that call.
It's going to be Lucas Puccia heading to the box for Stony Brook. It'll send out its top guys and hope to tie things up. Oh, that was a good chance on the centering attempt. Your Pitt here, settle things down, open up your passing lanes. Opportunities will come.
Maverick takes another shot. Maverick has the puck right now. And the puck is blocked by Stony Brook goalie Scott Barnacow. What a nice block by him. A firing bullet from Maverick Krupe.
Krupe with a good shot from the point, quarterbacking the power play. Still over a minute to go here for the Panthers to tie the game.
Don't know who they were trying to pass to there, but Pittsburgh Panthers recontrolled the puck. As they get set up. Shot and just behind the net.
Offsides, Piz to regroup.
Kyle Brooks takes a shot on the net, but it goes wide. This is going to be a stoppage of play because Stony Brook goalie Scott Barnacow has made the stop at the goal.
It was a good power play for the Panthers. It's obviously didn't get the result they wanted, but definitely one that will give them a little bit of momentum moving forward. And they had some real nice chances on that one.
I believe the puck went out of play.
It went off the back wall and was covered up by Simpson.
Stony Brook gains possession and is driving up the ice, going into the pit zone. What a block from the pit
Good
defense.
block from the Panthers there.
Just under 5 minutes left here in the second period. Stony Brook leads Pitt 4-3. Let's see what the Panthers can bring to the table. Stony Brook's driving up the ice and going into the Pitt zone, but Pitt is right there on their defense. Puck goes behind the net. Pitt regains control, and the puck goes into the neutral zone as Pitt tries to bring it up from the Stony Brook zone and shoots it all the way back. Puck's deflected off the Stony Brook goalie. Pitt brings the puck back into the neutral zone, going into Stony Brook zone. Shot really wide. Light passes. Pitt changes their players.
I think that was an intended pass up the wall.
Pass up the walls to give Pitt some time. Stony Brook gains possession of the puck, but Pitt quickly shoots it above the net. Try to get it away from Stony Brook.
Lucas Puccia's glove went flying.
Not too happy about that as he gets onto the bench.
Shrugged, threw his arms up, saying, "What just happened there?"
What a nice save from Scott. Oh, I'm sorry. From Joanne Brophy, the Pittsburgh Panther goalie. Really just saved Pittsburgh from going down 5-3.
Yeah, it was a 2-on-1, and Brophy stood tall, came out of his crease to cut down the angle, and forced the shooter to fire it right into his chest.
And the puck goes out of play after it's deflected off on Brophy's leg pad. Another faceoff will occur in the Panther zone. Defensive block from Joanne Brophy. Puck went right off the bottom of his leg pad.
With period of the long change, that was a crucial clearance by the Panthers. They were able to get fresh guys on the ice.
We got less than 2 minutes left in the second period. Stony Brook currently has possession of the puck in the Panther zone. Panthers gain possession. And we are now in the Stony Brook zone. Puck is stuck in the corner. Pitt with the shot, and it hits the crossbar.
That dung off the, I believe that was the right post. Great chance.
Shot by Maverick Krupe once again could have been his 8th goal of the season, as he got his 7th earlier in this game. Hit right off the crossbar, went right off the crossbar to the right. And with about 53 seconds left in this period, as we stop play, there's an icing call.
Couple really good chances there. First from Krupe, second from Bell. This line has been cooking.
Two names that we've heard multiple times tonight.
Yeah, that line's been cooking all night. Been by far the best line for the Panthers.
Stony Brook gains possession as they go through the neutral zone into the Panther zone, but quickly the Panthers deflect the puck back into Stony Brook's own zone. Less than 20 seconds left in the second period. Stony Brook is up 4-3 over Pittsburgh. Panthers have 10 seconds. And there's an icing call with 3.8 seconds left in the second period.
With this little time left, the question here is, do you pull the goalie, get that 6th skater out there, and try and drop a play to wrap up the period?
Face-off's going to happen in Stony Brook zone. Maverick Krupe takes the face-off.
They are going to drop a play. Oh.
And that's the end of our second period. Stony Brook leads Pittsburgh 4-3. And to wrap up, we're going to go to Grayson down the sideline.
Okay, so that's the end of the second period, and all I have to say is, whoa. This game got intense really quickly out of nowhere. A few goals for Stony Brook and a few goals for Pitt makes it a 4-3 game after the second period. Maverick Krupe, who else but him? Okay, Maverick Krupe does his thing. He makes it a 1-goal game. And even though Stony Brook responded, Pitt holds their own and keeps it within striking range, which is really what I've said from the beginning. If they keep it a 1-goal game late, anything could happen. Back to you guys.
The backyard brawl is officially back and in the books.
Stefanski just shoots and he scores. They are the winningest team in Pittsburgh history.
Ball sent in. Sullivan, Pittsburgh, 1-0.
Great strike, Michael Sullivan.
Pittsburgh has a share of the ACC title in 2022.
The record set by Tony Dorsett has been broken by Israel Abanikanda here.
The Pitt Panthers are going into the next round for the first time in program history.
We are the University of Pittsburgh, forged in a blue-collar city with gold standards, where innovators, researchers, thinkers, and healers are always reaching for new heights. There is no limit to what we can accomplish when we put our minds, our hands, our soul, and spirit toward it. Here, progress is always in progress. Hail to Pitt, proud partner of the ACC.
unique perspectives and backgrounds that we bring to the university are what make it special. Each of us is unique and different, and we have to affirm those differences. We have to support those differences and invest in our community so that they feel like this is a place that they're valued, and more importantly, a place that they can thrive. And so no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we want you to feel like you're a part of the University of Pittsburgh. We are a community of learners that makes a difference, that grows knowledge, and more importantly, changes the world.
My mom used to do was she used to go to public skates because I was a very active kid. She'd try and make me do activities that would keep me active. So we would go to public skates just about every week, and essentially this kind of became a routine. And over time, as I got older, and this started at about when I was 2 years old, and as I got older, I liked skating so much, so they decided to put me into ice hockey, and ever since then it's stuck. And at the time, once I had finished high school, I was severely considering switching between do I want to go to college or do I want to play a few years of juniors and see what happens. Eventually, I was very lucky enough to receive a scholarship at the university, so that solidified my path.
I started skating when I was 7 or 8 years old. However, I played deck hockey maybe a year or so before then. But after I started, skating when I was in third grade, it's been pretty consistent throughout since that time.
Essentially, as the captain, I try and make sure everybody's having as good of a time on the team. All 30 of us get along great, so they make it pretty easy on me. But every once in a while, when the morale's a little bit down or something like that, I just try and get the boys back up.
When you actually formally have a letter and your coach recognizes you as one of the leaders, obviously that comes with more responsibility.
So when I became captain, I was captain last year, and this is my second year. There's a lot of goals I had for the team. When I joined the team, it was kind of in the earlier stages of transitioning from what used to be not the best program to now, I'd say, one of the better programs in the entire league. We used to be in a league that I think we grew out of. And with that comes, I guess, in that transition period of trying to become one of the best programs in the entire league, comes you have to be playing the other best programs in the entire league. One, to get better, and two, to solidify yourself as one of those top teams. So last year was actually the first time we were part of the ESCHL. We had recently switched from our previous league to that league, mostly due to the higher level of competition. We did a great job of capitalizing in those games that we had to win. And we were ultimately able to, one, come out, I think, as the number one ranked team in the league before playoffs. And then just going into playoffs, the boys had a lot of momentum. We had a lot of enthusiasm. And we were essentially able to go, played two very good teams. And I think everybody stepped up to the plate, and we had two very good games. And we won our league. I think a lot of the people, or a lot of the boys, would agree with me that our season isn't going from the start as much as we wanted. I think we've kind of turned things around recently and are starting to trend back upwards, do a little bit better. We had a lot of new guys coming in, a lot of systematic changes that I think can contribute to that. But we've ironed those issues out, and as of recent, we've been doing pretty well. So our teams, we're slowly coming back compared to the slow start we had. I think right now we're ranked 25th. Rankings usually come out Wednesday, so it changes. And I anticipate us only going upwards from here.
This year, I think we're really trying to focus on, putting together, because we have put together such a good group of hockey players, kind of obviously making, the national tournament first, but then making a legitimate, solid, and deep run into the tournament.
I think this past year, we were able to achieve our highest ranking, which was number 9. And I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, but I think that's what it was. So I think a pretty big one would be to beat that ranking. That was the highest the program's ever been in the history of the program. And obviously, just like any other team, I think our goal would be to win a national championship.
But I think all of our guys, especially our freshmen and rookies in general, have been able to really step up and are now playing a vital role in our team. And so I've been really, really impressed with the way they've been able to kind of handle being thrust into situations, especially with some injuries that we've had, being kind of thrust into the lineup and having to play. I thought they've adapted really well. And I think a lot of them are, really contributing and helping and playing a big role in our team.
Compared to other years, I'd say the team we have this year is the best way to describe it, I would say, is we have a lot of potential. We have a lot of skilled guys, including a lot of the new guys. We have a very solid, I'd say, veteran core of guys that know what it takes to win.
We always are expecting, more of ourselves. And so I think that has, in the good sense, allowed us to, all set our goals even higher. And that kind of, at that point, it's more or less the next thing we can do is kind of just continue to move up the rankings and move deeper and closer to number one.
So this year, similarly, like I said, our main goals are, one, probably trying to beat the highest rank we've ever had. I think that would be very cool, especially for me, this being my last year. I think that'd be an awesome experience to see what the program has come from when I came here to now. Another one, obviously, is win the ESCHL championship. I think that would be a very, very big goal for us to achieve. Like I said, a lot of very good teams, a lot of good competition, but it's nothing I don't think we can compete in, and nothing I don't think we can win in. And then finally, like I said, is win a national championship. But as is with any other team, that's their goal. So that makes it the hardest one to achieve. But I'm always hopeful. I always believe in the guys we have out there. I think our 30 versus any other 30, I'd always take the boys I have on my side.
Welcome back to the Alpha Ice Complex, where the Pittsburgh Panthers are trailing the Stony Brook Seawolves 4-3.
Yeah, it was a better second period for the Panthers. Each team came out with a goal. The Panthers even the score. Maverick Krupe was able to tie it off a big rebound, but a beautiful, beautiful goal by, I believe it was Paul DeSaro, who was able to fire the puck home on the backhand and tight.
We had some solid.
The overall, though, like I said, better period for the Panthers. Keep up that momentum. They definitely have a shot this third.
And I want to say we had some solid blocks from our Pittsburgh goalie, Joe Ambrofi, who had a pretty decent second period.
Yeah, I mean, you look at both teams. Overall, it was a much cleaner second period than it was the first. That first period, Pitt was all over the place. It was really just domination from Stony Brook until the very end. But second period came along. You could really tell that Pitt was more connected. They were tighter on the puck, crisper with their passes, and that resulted in a much cleaner period where they come out of it only down by one.
I'd say the puck was way more in Stony Brook's zone, which is like what we like to see, rather than the puck being in Pitt's defensive zone, Stony Brook's offensive zone. Really important to keep that puck and set up plays for Pitt to score some goals.
The line I really want to highlight here, which I alluded to during the second period, is that top line of Maverick Krupe, Colby Bilski, and, of course, the captain, J.C. Bell.
He's been outstanding this season and a great asset to this game so far.
That top line, though, every time they're on the ice, they create at least some sort of opportunity, whether it be cycle in the offensive zone, off the rush. They have been a force for the Panthers, not just in this game, but this season as a whole.
I have to agree, and I'm really excited to see what Pitt has to offer in this last and final period, with a little over 3 minutes left for the start of this period.
Yeah, it's going to be a race to the finish for the Panthers and the Seawolves.
And obviously, Stony Brook has the 1 point advantage here at the beginning of the third period, but that should give no fear to the Panthers. They've come back from a 1-goal deficit before, and this game is still winnable for the Panthers.
It absolutely is. I mean, you look at how they played in that second period. They were able to stop the Seawolves in transition. That one goal the Seawolves got, that was a real nice shift in the offensive zone. If they can clean up their defensive play, tighten things up off the cycle, hold the box, and just keep Stony Brook to the perimeter, the chances will come.
They were able to be more aggressive in general during the second period, and that was such a difference from the first period. And I think it was very beneficial and for the better for the Panthers.
It absolutely was. We have about 2 minutes to go until the puck drops for the final frame of this period. Could we be in store for some overtime?
That would definitely be an interesting end of the game. I'm excited. You're excited. We got 1 minute and 47 seconds left till puck drop. I cannot wait to see the end of this game for the last 20 minutes.
It's going to be a great one. It's been a great one so far. It's going to be an even better finish, hopefully.
Like we said at the beginning, this is going to be a close, gritty game, and everything we've said has played out to be true.
As I mentioned pregame, Pitt won both the games that these two teams played last year, 5-3 and 4-1. Stony Brook looking to take back the title of victors in this series. They play again tomorrow, though, so right back at it.
It's going to be an interesting couple of games with these two teams. So we got under 1 minute left for the start of the third period. And each team's getting ready to finish this one off. Super excited to see what happens. Well, what do you think Pitt needs to continue going into this third period?
I think just keep denying them in transition and getting transition has been where Pitt has controlled this game. I think they've been able to stop Stony Brook from getting any real chances off the rush, and they've gotten some good chances on 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, even 1-on-1s off the wing. Players like J.C. Bell, Maverick Krupe, if they can continue to get those chances, they'll capitalize eventually. They're just too talented.
Possession as the puck is shot down to the Stony Brook zone. Puck is stuck up against the wall. And a shot very wide by Jack Kiesla.
Offsides there. This is a group that, if Pitt wants to win this game, they got to get going, led by alternate captain Ian Keller.
Alrighty, Pitt has picked up the puck, and they're and a nice grab by Stony Brook's Scott Bernicow, who blocked a laser from the Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, that was a shot from a sharp angle by Molter. Good job by Simpson to stay composed, stay focused, make the save.
Stony Brook drives up the ice into the Pittsburgh zone. Pitt's right up there, though, using their good defensive skills to block Stony Brook from setting up any sort of play. Stony Brook has possession of the puck in their own zone as they go up through the neutral zone into the Panther zone. And they shoot the puck down the ice as they rotate out their players from the bench. And the shot is wide as it deflects off one of the Stony Brook players. Stony Brook intercepts the puck as it was in the neutral zone, but the Panthers quickly get the puck back. Puck is in the neutral zone. Panthers gain control as they go into Stony Brook zone. And a shot that is high from number Eddie Pazzo. He shoots high. And play is stopped as Scott Barnico holds the puck.
Yeah, the Panthers have done a nice job so far this period, just continuing what they built on in that second period.
Stony Brook wins the faceoff as they go into the Panther zone. Panthers gain puck possession in their own zone as they try to get it to the opposite zone of the ice. And they shoot down the ice. There's no icing call.
Top line's out there for the Panthers. See if they can get to work.
Face off in the neutral zone. And Pitt gains possession off the face off.
It's an unfortunate bounce off the wall. Instead of the puck rimming into the offensive zone like Pitt intended it.
Because of that bounce, Stony Brook was able to gain possession, and we are now back in the Panther zone. Puck stays in the Panther zone as it transfers into the neutral zone, hopefully on its way to the Stony Brook zone. And the puck deflects off one of the Stony Brook skaters. Skate, a shot, and a save from Scott Barnicow, Stony Brook's goalie.
That was a nice shot by Kobe Bilski. It was a good shoulder save by Simpson. Able to fight off that chance and shovel it into his pads.
We're a little under 4 minutes into this game. Into this period. The last 20 minutes. Stony Brook still up 4-3 over Pittsburgh Panthers. The puck is in what was in the Stony Brook zone, but it is transferred into the neutral zone now. Back in the Stony Brook zone as there's a shot and a block. Stony Brook has the puck as they travel into the neutral zone. And a nice grab by Joanne Baruffi.
Still plenty of time to do the Panthers. There's no need to rush things right now. Just play your game and things will fall your way. Oh, that was a nice move with the high swap by Smith. Able to dice his way through a couple defenders.
The puck is in the Panther zone right now. And play is stopped.
Puck disappeared under the pad of Ambrofi there. They're still looking for it. Oh, no, they found it. Never mind. The puck has been found.
We face off in the Panther zone. Stony.
Hand pass.
Panthers have possession of the puck as they go from their own zone to the neutral zone. The puck's now in Stony Brook zone. As the puck goes behind the net, Stony Brook gains possession. Pittsburgh gains possession. Back of the shot, and it's wide.
Well, good opportunity there from Bell. Just missed it wide with the snapshot.
Puck makes its way around the ice. Stoppage
I think they called
in
a
play.
hand pass there.
I believe they did call another hand pass there.
That was an odd play as the Casella batted it into the offensive zone with his glove, and it went off the glove of a Stony Brook player onto the stick of another Stony Brook player. So interesting play there, but worked out in the Panthers' favor as they with an offensive zone draw.
Goal from the Pittsburgh Panthers. Number 19, Brady Roller with the original shot, and the tip, I believe it was tipped into the goal.
It was a beautiful tip by Santino Molter.
And the Panthers have tied it up at 4. 13 minutes and 31 seconds left. Pitt and Stony Brook are all tied up, 4-4. Excited to see what these last 13 minutes bring for the Panthers.
That was quite the tip. Get pucks to the net. That's what they tell you in junior hockey, and that's exactly what the Panthers did there. Got pucks to the net, resulting in the goal. Quite the celly too from Molter.
What a great tip by him. Brady Rotolo with the assist there. And we're going to face off in the Panthers, in the Stony Brook zone, Panthers offensive zone. Panthers get another opportunity here, hopefully. Stony Brook gains possession in their own zone. Pitt's defense is there, right there, to try to steal the puck away from them. Puck moves into the neutral zone.
I said earlier in this period that you want to see more contribution from that second line for the Panthers, and that's exactly what we saw with that goal.
And a shot wide by Andreas Forand.
Oh, that was a bad turnover, but a great save by Ambrofi. Bailed out his teammates.
And a pass right to the Stony Brook team. As we're in the neutral zone, as they try to get into the Panther zone. Panthers are all over that puck. A shot high.
Another good chance from the high slot. Panthers aren't going to keep getting away with that.
As we stay in the Stony Brook zone, there's a fight for the puck by both teams. Lots of physical contact right now. Puck deflects off of Garrett Simpson's pad. Pittsburgh gains the puck as he hits it down the ice, so Pittsburgh has the chance to shift from their bench. Get some fresh pair of legs on the ice. Puck is in the neutral zone as Stony Brook State has possession and is now into the Panther zone as it travels behind the net. Panthers take the puck.
Nice skate to stick by Bell.
And a shot wide by Bell. Bell drops his stick, but he quickly picks it up. Bell takes the pass. As he goes in, he passes it up to Colby Bilski. Luke Henderson has the puck. As the pass goes wide. And play is stopped by Garrett Simpson. We have under 10 minutes left in this third period, and it is tied 4-4.
Could we see overtime is the question on I'm sure everyone's mind. It's been a great game thus far. Overtime would only add to that.
Stony Brook gains possession as they go through the neutral zone up into the Panther zone. Puck goes behind the net. Stony Brook trying to set up a play here.
That was a nice pass down low, just off the heel of the stick.
And a shot wide by the Pittsburgh Panthers by Luke Henderson. Fight for the puck in the Panther zone, but it gets shot down to the ice, the other side of the ice, where we're now stuck at the back corner, fighting for possession. But a little under 9 minutes left in this third period, as that shot gets blocked by Stony Brook defenseman. Puck was staying in the Stony Brook zone as they transferred out of their own zone and into the Panther zone.
Good shift there by the Panthers just now. Nice puck movement, able to keep the puck in. That's going to be icing right here.
And you're correct, there's an icing call. We're going to take the face-off in the Panther zone. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left in this third period, tied at 4-4. And it's right off the bat of the face-off, we have a stoppage of play because our own Joanne Brophy has blocked a shot. Another face-off in the Panther zone. A great block from Ambrofi off his knee pad. Panthers trying to get it out of their own zone. as the puck travels down the ice.
And that's going to be called. Bell was interfered with while trying to enter the zone, and going off for the crime is Brendan Fess.
And the Pittsburgh Panthers are going to have a 2-minute advantage. See if they can take the lead for the first time in this game.
Yeah, 7:43 to go. This is a crucial moment in this game.
Panthers need to take advantage of these 2 minutes. Face off in the Stony Brook zone. The Panthers have gained possession.
They need to be patient here. Wait for the opportunity to open up. They have a lot of talented players out there.
Shot, and it's deflected wide. Shot, but no one there to tip it in. And Stony Brook shoots the puck down the ice into the Panther zone. A little under 1:30 left on this power play. Still time for the Panthers to take advantage as they go back into the Stony Brook zone.
Nice play by Bell there, cutting to the net.
Very close to getting that puck in, but, Garrett Simpson made the stop. 1 minute left on this power play. Panthers trying to stir something up here. Shot. So many close attempts to that. Panthers have 46 seconds left in their power play. They're really trying to get this puck in. Stony Brook shoots the puck down the ice once again. We got 36 seconds left in this power play. Panthers probably have one good round left in them to make a play here on the other end of the ice.
You got some time. That's a nice move in transition.
Quentin Schaefer going around the back of the net. And some players got entangled up on the floor there. 8 seconds left in this power play. And I am afraid to say that Stony Brook will be killing off this penalty.
Nice diving play there by a defender to stop a clean pass.
Puck stays in the Stony Brook zone. Five minutes and 24 seconds left in this third period. Still tied at 4-4 as the Panthers were unable to score on that 2-minute power play. Nice block from Ambrofi.
Pitt's got to stay diligent here. Just because they failed in the power play does not mean they can keep pushing. And of course, if it goes to overtime, it's NHL rules. 5 minute, 3-on-3, sudden death, shootout if no team scores during that frame.
And we have an icing call on the play with 4 minutes and 47 seconds left. Will the Panthers be able to cure up some offense and get their first lead of the night? And a quick deflection from Joe Ambrofi right off the beginning of the face-off. Puck stays in the neutral zone, quickly going into the Panther zone. That's gotta hurt. 2 players on the ground, one for the Panthers, one for Stony Brook. Both are slow to get up, so we are taking a pause in the game.
That was Krupe going into the boards for Pitt.
It looks like we're going to have help for both.
They're calling for a
They're
trainer.
calling for help for Stony Brook's player.
Not sure. There was
Which team? Both players are still down on the ice.
a penalty called there.
Both
not-
players are on the ground. They took some hard hits.
I'm not sure who this penalty is going to be on, but that was a tough play. Both players going hard on the puck, and
Both players still on the ground.
4:13 to go in this third period, and they're both slow to get up.
They're both
Captain
getting
for
up.
Stony Brook, number 6, Andrew Mancini, excuse me. And
Both
Maverick
slow to get
Cooper.
up, but they're up. Good to see that they're okay.
Both players on their feet there. If anything at all, they were definitely rattled by going to the boards that hard.
Definitely got the wind knocked out of them.
I think Krupe is going to the box.
And number 6, Mancini, is headed to the bench. Take a breather.
So after all that, Pitt will be going to the penalty kill here, and this is the biggest power play of the game thus far.
We got 4 minutes and 13 seconds left, and Stony Brook now has a 1-man advantage for 2 minutes. Panthers weren't able to take advantage of their power play. Let's see if we can get the kill, though.
Stony Brook 0 for 1 thus far. It was a good kill for the Panthers the first time around. Let's see what they got this time.
Stony Brook has the puck in the Panther zone. Got less than a minute 30 left in this power play. And the puck shot down the ice. Panthers got their first break in this 2 minutes of horror.
Crucial kill here for the Panthers. It's a ton of momentum when you get a kill this late. But you got to keep the puck out of your net.
They're halfway through this penalty kill as the puck slowly travels into the neutral zone. Stony Brook gets it back into the Panther zone. But the Panthers shoot it back down the ice for another break with 50 seconds left in this power play. Stony Brook keeps the puck in their own zone as they travel through the neutral zone into the Panther zone for an attempt at to set up another play to see if they can score in this game. But the puck is out of play, so we are going to stop the clock. 21 seconds left on the penalty and 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the third period. This is one close game.
We said from the beginning it was going to be a tight one. Maybe it didn't look that way for a minute when Stony Brook was up to their 3-1 lead in the first period, but Pitt's done a good job fighting back, and they're in a tie game here, but got to kill off this penalty.
Face off in the Panther zone. 21 seconds left on this power play. Let's see if they can come off with the kill. Panthers gain possession of the puck off the face-off, and they shoot it down the ice to the opposite end. That is another break for the Panthers in this power play. 10 seconds left in this power play. Stony Brook has one last drive left on this power play. And the power play is officially killed by the Panthers. Some amazing last-second blocks there by Joan Brophy. Really important for the Panthers to kill that one off. Less than 2 minutes left in this third period. These are some crucial seconds in this game.
And Pitt players giving a stick tap to Joe Ambrofi for saving the game potentially. There was some crucial stops.
Face off in the Panther zone. Panthers win the face off and gain possession as they go through the neutral zone. And they drive into the shot and a block by Garrett Simpson. Stony Brook goalie for tonight. Minute 49 left in this third period. Still tied at 4.
Look at this offensive face-off formation for the Panthers. They're looking to get a quick shot off the draw.
Taking the offensive face-off in the Stony Brook zone. Panthers gain possession as they try to set up a play. Puck goes a little wild. Puck travels around the net. And Stony Brook gets the puck.
Some nice spinning by Krupe there, but he couldn't.
As they race up the ice. Less than a minute 15 left in this third period.
Nice maneuvering by Krupe in the offensive zone, but he couldn't quite get the shot off. In a prime position, but
less than a minute left in this third period, and we are tied at 4. Stony Brook goes to the neutral zone, into the Panther zone, as they stroll up and shoot, and it is blocked by Joe Ambrofi. Panthers got 35 seconds as they travel up the ice. With a shot and a goal for the Panthers! 29 seconds left. The Panthers score. What a shot. What a pass and what a shot. What a great effort by these Panthers.
the second of the game for Santino Molter. And the quick transition up the edge of the Panthers, I mentioned it during the second intermission. The transition, the rush offense has been a key for Pittsburgh tonight. And that's a wicked shot near side.
Pittsburgh now leads Stony Brook 5-4, their first lead of the night, with 29.6 seconds left in this third period.
Stony Brook's going to look to pull their goalie quick. They'll call a timeout. Draw up a play.
Really good execution by the Pittsburgh offense. 29 seconds left in this third period. Pitt was down mostly the whole game, and they came all the way back and took their first lead of the night. What do you got to say about that?
This has been quite the game, and I mentioned, as I said, beginning of this third period, I said that second line needs to show itself more. The first line has been excellent the entire game. That second line. Keller.
We're going to quickly go to Grayson.
Okay, man, what an action-packed third period we've had so far. We've had a collision from a Pitt into the Stony Brook captain. He's actually getting tested for a concussion right now, but his status is unclear. And then a couple minutes after that, Pitt fails to capitalize on a crucial power play, which we all thought spelled doom for this Panther squad. However, we come through in the final seconds. You can hear it right now. They're announcing the goal. We are up 5-4 with only a couple seconds remaining, and it looks like the Pittsburgh Panthers will get the win here. Back to you guys.
And we have about 12 seconds left in this game. Less than 10 seconds. Will the Panthers be able to pull off this win? Stony Brook is scrambling for that puck. 3. And the Pittsburgh Panthers have beat the Stony Brook Seawolves 5-4.
What a comeback victory this was for the Panthers.
And what a game. It's close the whole entire time. I have to say, the Panthers pulled out a great win. Started off slow, but they really came through as a team. Great puck movement, great speed.
As I was saying before, I said earlier in the period that second line needed to show its face, and they did with Santino Molter putting together a couple goals, the tying goal and the winning goal to win the game for Pittsburgh.
All right, as we wrap up this game, I think we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you back here in a second.
You guys are gonna go after.
Is officially back and in the books.
Stefanski just shoots and he scores. They're the winningest team in Pittsburgh history.
Ball sent in. Sullivan, Pittsburgh, 1-0.
Great strike, Michael Sullivan.
Pittsburgh has a share of the ACC title in 2022.
The record set by Tony Dorsett has been broken by Israel Abanikanda here.
The Pitt Panthers are going into the next round for the first time in program history.
We are the University of Pittsburgh, forged in the blue-collar city with gold standards, where innovators, researchers, thinkers, and healers are always reaching for new heights. There is no limit to what we can accomplish when we put our minds, our hands, our soul, and spirit toward it. Here, progress is always in progress. Hail to Pitt, proud partner of the ACC.
And if you can't tell, when Sweet Caroline, the Pittsburgh Panthers have won the hockey game. That is in due large part to a game-winning goal with seconds left on the clock and a huge comeback by the Pittsburgh Panthers. They were down as much as 3-1 at one point, but they stormed all the way back, made it a game, and ended up winning. Up next on their schedule is Syracuse. They play that next week. And I've been Grayson Diavella. I've had a pleasure being the sideline reporter, and hopefully I'll see you guys in a future event. And yeah, I'll take this back to Angie and Jacob.
What a great game by the Panthers as they beat Stony Brook 5-4 in 3 periods.
Yeah, it's tight to the finish, but for Pitt, they got one more game against Stony Brook. Then they're looking forward to next weekend, where they welcome the Syracuse Orange to the Alpha Ice Complex for another 2-game set.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Angie Mora.
And I'm Jacob Gorin.
Have a nice night. Go Panthers.
Yeah.